Welcome back to FF Jack Gaming, where today we're diving into the Dungeons & Dragons route, specifically with Steamforged games and their epic Ecounters. We're doing an unboxing today. Sometime in the future we'll end up actually doing a review on this stuff, so stay tuned. Right here, the one we're specifically going to be covering is going to be the monster. Epic Ecounters has a full campaign that comes out with this, which includes the minions, which for this one would be the Shrine of the Cobalt Queen, and then it also includes the monster part, which is the Lair of the Red Dragon. That's right, it's dragon time. So this works with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. That's what the little 5e compatible is. Upon opening the box, we're going to find a few things that's on top. We got a few tokens. That's going to be for the kobolds and some lava pools. You also can end up using the minions from the Shrine of the Cobalt Queen if you have that one. We also have the book, which we'll end up diving in after we get done with this map. So right here is the entrance to get to the caves. And then here's the underbelly of the cave. The den of the dragon. So something unique that's going to end up being used in other campaigns or anything like that. If you're playing Dungeons & Dragons, that way you can end up having a little bit more fun afterwards. Now coming over to the book. So this could be sort of set up for 3 different tiers. So tier 1 or the lower tier would be set up for levels 1 through 4. Tier 2 or the middle level will be set up for levels 5 through 10. And tier 3 or the higher level will be set up for 10 plus. So in this, it gives you tips to be able to make yourself better campaigning. It gives different aspects of each areas. And overall gives you what you can end up doing, especially as the dragon. I think whatever dragon you end up telling, you're going to have a blast of a time with it. I'm so excited to be running this at some point. So with that, we're going to come over to the fun part. The part that I'm mostly looking forward to. And that's the figure. We'll get the boring wings done first. If you look over at the detail of these guys, it is very intense. So obviously I'm not putting the dragon together right now because I have some future plans about this guy. We'll get to the main dragon himself. Or herself, depending on whatever you end up using for the story. Obviously, the little red dragon always likes to hoard its treasure. So he has treasure, a whole bunch of it underneath. And then, obviously, it's not painted. So that's up to you if you want to keep it that way. Or if you want to actually go pop over and start painting it. I plan on actually painting these guys. I'm going to paint this entire thing before I end up using it in the campaign. So when we go do our review, you'll get to see how fancy my paint job ends up working. Don't judge too harshly. But as you see, the wings are going to end up going right over here, forming that legendary epic roar coming out of him. Now, like I said, this is something that could be end up using for other campaign. So this specifically is going to end up being an easy way to either dip your toes in there if you're first time DMing a session, or if you're an experienced person. Either way, this has you covered. This is going to have you covered. So over at the price point of exactly what you're going to be having is that these could end up running anywhere from $40 to $50 a piece, or $100, or $90 to $100 for the set. Sometimes you can end up getting a little bit better of a deal, but we're not going to be banking on it. And then you could either get just the minion one, or you can get the monster one as well. The minions end up coming with 20 different figures to end up going over with it. And just like how the monster is on this one, they're unpainted as well. This is a really great way to introduce yourself into DMing. And the biggest thing is that this could also be used out of this campaign. You can end up using this into your own campaign, figure out different ways to figure it out. The big thing for me is to be able to collect the other stuff that goes along with it. Because I got the kobolds, so now I'm going to have a kobold army that I'll be able to use into my campaign. And then I have other ones, such as a Hydra, which has goblins, or a big frost giant, which ends up having orcs. Stay tuned, and you'll be seeing a couple of the other ones coming around. If you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. But before you storm your way out of here, what do you think about this video? Would you like to see more box reviews? Or more? Would you like to see more unboxing reviews? Put it down in the comments down below. With that said, see you next time.